my channel. I am Amanda and this is Dr. Mommy Budgets. Today I am sitting here in my cozy chair. So you know what time it is. It's time for some cozy chair conversation. Now, if you can recall, well, before I get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I would like to say welcome to all of the new subscribers and also welcome back to all of those who have been going along on this journey with me ever since I started this channel. So, if you can recall, on our last cozy chair conversation, I was talking about this exchange that a coworker and myself had about people not having savings and people not having emergency funds. So this is going to be part 2 of that discussion, and I do have a few notes jotted down here. And what we're gonna do, I know the first part is we went through having no budget. That's what it was. We talked about no budget. So this part is going to be dealing with the no savings and or emergency fund account. Now, what I want to talk about here is some ways that you could actually build up your emergency fund that you may or may not be thinking about. And yeah, so let's dive right in because I don't want this video to be long at all. I am coming back off of my mini vacation. So I haven't been to work in like I've been off like 5 days in a row, and today was the first day back, and boy, you know, those first day backs, they are pretty much kind of, sorry about that. I had an incoming call. We're going to put this on vibrate. Look like they are not corresponding, so hold on for a second. All right, sorry about that. That was my loan officer. I had a few questions for them as it related to my closing. I'm still not 100% closed according to the documents, but that's another video for another day. Back to this emergency fund and how we can actually build up our emergency funds. This may be some things that you're not per se thinking about, so let's dive right into those real quick. First thing is the reason why I'm listing these items in this format is because these are some items that I have access to, or that I've had experience with, or that I know that people who have utilized these ways of building up your emergency fund. You need an emergency fund. Everybody needs an emergency fund. That means you need some cash, hard cold cash in your hands that you can fall back on in the time of emergencies. So what we need to do, first thing is your PTO or PTO sales. And what that is paid time. What does the O stand for? PTO. Paid. I can never remember what that is, but y'all gonna have to look that up. I'm sorry. It's just paid time off. So that's what that means. So basically what you can do is, if you have an excess number of vacation hours, like I do, I have a lot of vacation hours, a lot. So sometimes companies will allow you to sell some of that time back to them, and they will pay you money for it. I've done that as well. I did that last year and I did that this year. Still got a lot of vacation time. But anyway, that's one sure way to try and, you know, get you several $100s, thousands of dollars, however, you know, much money you want to cash in from your vacation time. You can utilize that to put aside in your emergency fund. That's one thing. Overtime, guys. Overtime is overtime. That means that you are working above and beyond the allotted amount of hours that you're scheduled for that week, that month, that year, that 2-week span, whatever it is. You can do some overtime. That money is considered extra outside of your regular pay, so that means that you were not counting on that money to pay your expenses and your debts. So utilize that extra money as monies for your emergency fund. All right. Bonuses. You know, sometimes companies give you bonuses for Christmas. They give you a bonus, you know, like if you do well on your job, if you get promoted, whatever the case may be. We get a bonus every year, but yeah, just utilize those bonuses for emergency fund. It's called a bonus. Therefore, you should not be looking for it to pay your expenses. It should not be a part of your day-to-day, or week to week, or month to month, or however you get paid. Should not be a part of that money that you utilize to pay your regular expenses. This is extra money. It's a bonus. So set that aside for your emergency fund. Get a temporary or part-time job. You know, work. It's not going to kill you to work. Get another job outside of your regular 9 to 5, 40-hour job, whatever the case may be. And even if you're an entrepreneur, all this stuff comes into play for people that fall along those lines as well. Just because you are an entrepreneur and you have your own business, you still may only be making enough money just to keep the business afloat and to pay your expenses and debts. So if that's the case, you may be one that may have to go and get a part-time job. Part-time job money, it should be considered extra money. So even if it's not considered extra money, utilize it to fund your emergency fund. Then if you want to continue to do the part-time job, then you can take that money and put it toward expenses, other expenses and debts. But yes, part-time job is another option. Save money from side hustles. Side hustles are side hustles. That means that they are the extra side income that's coming into your financial mix, your financial space outside of your regular money that you receive each week, each month. So utilize that side hustle money to build your emergency fund. These are just some ways where you can go on and build that emergency fund, because you need to do that as quickly as possible. I cannot stress it enough. You need some cash on the side, and that's going to depend on, if you got a house, if you got children, if you're solo, whatever your expenses are, where you will feel comfortable with having cash on hand for, things that you may not have planned for, then you set that dollar amount and you work toward getting that money put aside as quickly as possible. Next, gifts and birthday money. Every now and again, you may get some money for your birthday, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Just Because Day. Somebody want to bless you with a gift day, whatever it is. Utilize that money to put into your emergency fund. And finally, find any kind of revenue stream outside of your regular budget and expenses fund to be able to fund this emergency fund as quickly as possible. So anything you can do to bring in extra income, that's what you need to do. Let's do a quick recap. PTO sales, that's that extra money that you may have accumulated a lot of hours in vacation time. Your company allows you to sell that back to them. That's a way to get money. So PTO sales. Overtime money. Bonuses. Get a part-time job. Save money from your side hustles. Use monies from gifts and birthday monies. And yeah, that wraps up my list. So I have given you 6 options right there that you can utilize to build that emergency fund quickly, guys. Like I keep saying, I can't stress it enough. You need to build an emergency fund, and you need to build it quickly, because something is going to go wrong. Not, it may, or whatever the case may be. There is a definite that there is something that's going to require you to have some cash stashed away for an emergency. Your car may break down, your tire, you may blow a tire, you may just get a bad stain on your carpet that you can't stand and you want to get rid of it. Whatever the case may be and what you deem as emergencies, that money will come into play. So, like I said, that these are some options that you can follow to build that emergency fund up as quickly as possible. So that's really all I have for this video. And also, I also want to apologize for not bringing out videos last week because, like I said, I was on vacation. Therefore, you did not get the Friday budget recap video or the Friday budget projection video for this week that we are part of right now. However, do know that I did still write out my budget. I allocated monies where they needed to go, and everything is still on point and in place for this week. So that's all I have for this video. This is Dr. Mommy Budgets, where we dream big but start small around here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.